You have heard so much about him, but a few minutes you're going to hear from him.
I got a lot of good shit to tell you all this evening.
May I rise?
You have heard
All my life been told, but it really don't matter no more. And if y'all don't like it, well then fuck you too.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, boys and girls, and many and millions of y'all all on this earth and around the world. Welcome to a channel where you can just vent and speak your mind so freely and expeditiously. Remember, it's not what's said, it's how it's said. So please be mindful and respectable to others as you want them to respect you as well. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in, view, check out, and watch the Carlos Stargell Show with your host, the boss with the hot sauce,
the king with the real thing,
the prince with all the sense, the hound with the crowd,
the dog with it all,
Carlos Stargell,
the last.
Because when they made him, they broke the mold. So now it's time for the Carlos Stargell Show with your host, Carlos Stargell,
the last.
I got a lot of good shit to tell you all this evening.
All my life been told, but it really don't matter no more.
Talk to me, say something.
If y'all don't like it, well then fuck you too.
Yo, what's up? What's happening? How y'all be? Tell me something good, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, boys and girls, and many and millions of y'all all in around the world. Sit back and relax, because this is going to be a stone groove. That's right, y'all didn't pay no money, so there's no need for y'all acting funny. And don't you dare be sour. Welcome to a channel where you can just speak your mind freely and expeditiously. And remember, it's not what's said, it's how it's said. So please be mindful and respectable to others. Welcome to the Carlos Stargell Show. I'm your host, Carlos Stargell,
The last.
and after they made me, they broke the mold. So now it's time for the Carlos Stargell Show. Enjoy. God bless you all. And that's something I just want to say before I get started.
I got a lot of good shit to tell you all this evening.
Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Welcome to the Carlos Stargell Show. Yes, I'm your host, Carlos Stargell, the last. And guess what?
I got a lot of good shit to tell you all this evening.
And like I say, the temperature is a little higher now than what it was earlier. Let me see what it is right about now. I could tell y'all just one. It's, believe it or not, it's 66 degrees here in Burlington, North Carolina. Man, the temperature has really jumped. They said it was going to get warm, but guess what, too? That means rain is coming. And y'all know this is pneumonia season. And guess what, y'all? The last thing everybody need to do right about now is get sick. And that's on the real. But anyway, welcome back to the Carlos Stargell Show. And this is another segment before. This is another segment I wanted to do before 5 o'clock. And I want to thank all the viewers, recurring, new, unique, and returning viewers, for taking the time to view, check out, and watch the Carlos Stargell Show. Now, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit the like or the subscription bell.
I sure would appreciate it.
Yes, but like I'm gonna say this, we all need I need all the support in the world. And please tell your family, your friends, or whoever about me, and let them know this right here. This coming straight from here.
You have heard so much about him, but in a few minutes you're going to hear from him.
Yes, they heard from me, but when they watch this or hear what I got to say, they gonna hear about me. That's right, because look, I don't know everything in the book, but I can at least share and kick a little knowledge with y'all. That's what I do. That's the reason why I make this podcast, so I can talk a lot of mess, spit knowledge, and just share a whole lot of stuff, etc., etc., etc. And just to let y'all know too, I do one-on-one video is always available. That's if you choose. If you choose or you like to go live, please let me know in advance. We can always do Zoom live streaming. So like I said, just to let y'all know, if y'all like to go live, just let a brother know in advance.
Y'all know I sure would appreciate it.
But in a way, because when we do that one-on-one,
I got a lot of good shit to tell you all this evening.
and I really would. But anyway, y'all, just to let y'all know too, I just want to, like I say, it's going to, the day is Wednesday, hump day. Yeah, so sisters come on tonight, that's all I can tell you. But then you got AEW wrestling. And to be honest with you, I try to watch AEW, All Elite Wrestling. It's pretty good, but it haven't made it. They trying to tell you the truth, they trying to get back like WCW again. Y'all know what? I don't think that's gonna happen because to be honest with you, WCW was the
shiznit
when it was out. And before it was WCW, it was NWA. And I'm not talking about the rap group. Y'all know what that stands for the rap group. We talking about the National Wrestling Alliance. Not with attitudes. No, but just like they changed the name WWF because of some cows and stuff, just like they did NWA, National Wrestling Alliance, and guess what? But NWA I ain't mad at it, they got rights and with attitudes. And you have to get an attitude just to get by sometimes. But anyhow, y'all, like I say, I was just, like I said yesterday too, like I said, I was talking to some more people, but like I said, the conversation I had yesterday with my brother, it was priceless. Now, like I tell people, some people, like a friend of mine told me, she said she really admired me and my brother, how close we are. But y'all know what? I mean, we've been like, but what a lot of people don't know, me and my brother Calvin, we've been like that all our lives. We always have been close. And believe it or not, I love my brothers, true. But one thing I can say about my brother Calvin, I didn't never have to worry about getting in no kind of trouble with him, even in church. Now, they say some people you just can't sit with in church. Yeah, that is true in some cases. But y'all know what? Calvin, my brother Calvin, for some reason, I felt comfortable sitting with him in church. Yeah, I mean, he was the one that, we paid it. We knew how to behave, and he knew how to behave. And it's a lot of stuff he didn't tolerate. Thank God. I mean, because Calvin was Calvin was that brother. No, he still is that brother that I can say I honestly look up to. But like I say, I love my brothers. I love all of them. But even my brothers who are deceased too, even the two who are deceased, I love them too. But like I said, the other three that's on earth, other two that's on earth, including me and my brother Calvin, I love them all. But like I say, me and Calvin, we just let everybody tell it. Let them tell it. Me and Calvin was just a light. They say we acted too much alike. I mean, maybe we do because something we always try to have and we try to keep, even as kids, manners. There's nothing wrong with having good manners. That'll get you very far in life.
Talk to me, say something.
And that is true. But my other two older brothers, now, My oldest brother and my brother who was a year older than me, God rest his soul. They did more dirt than me and Calvin did. They was the one, like a lot of people didn't know. They were the two. My dad had to really keep his eye on, and he couldn't even keep his eye on them half of the time. I remember one time something got missing. I think some cigarettes. Somebody had took some cigarettes out my dad's pack, and my dad had thought it was me and my brother Calvin. And I told my daddy, I said, you know, I don't take nothing that don't belong to me. You know that. He said, yeah, you're right. And I said, don't try to blame Calvin, because Calvin didn't do it either, because I'm a witness. I said, if anything, you need to be worried about the mother too. And then he looked at me and said, you know, you're right. But you know, he found out, I mean, he didn't tell him that I snitched on him, but he let him know that he wasn't no fool either. He got in both of their tails pretty bad, but I never wanted them to think I was a snitch. But shoot, I feared for my life when I saw my daddy, because that joker scared me so bad. I had that.
Oh my God, I just shitted on myself.
Look, that's the look I had. So me and Calvin both. But one thing my dad told me before he passed, excuse me, he said, he told me and Calvin was the only two sons he really didn't have to worry about. And I'm glad to know that too. But I told my dad too, that me and my brother, that one thing I thank God for me and my brother Calvin for, we kept each other grounded. We had conversations, y'all, everybody thought we would never have, especially when it comes to family. And I had to let them know that me and Calvin had good conversations. They were positive, and we vowed not to do nothing stupid even when we got older. I mean, nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. But at the same time, people get caught up in a whole lot of
Sugar honey iced tea.
that's not in their control. But like I say, everybody makes mistakes. But if you acknowledge it, admit and correct it,
You got it going on.
but if you in denial,
Something wrong with y'all.
and that's on the real for real. I mean, a real gonna correct, admit, and acknowledge. Fake always in denial. So think about that, people. And like the ones who are in denial, all I can do is just look at them and shake my head and be like, and that's what I tell them too. That's why I say I'm gonna say it one more time. That's terrible, but that's how it is, though. But and like I say, and people don't like to, and you know, it's a whole lot of people that don't like to be embarrassed. Well, guess what? People in hell like ice water, but that don't mean they get their satisfaction. And if you start, and if you come, and you got to watch who you come across, because if you start with somebody and you underestimate them, that person you underestimated going to finish what you start. And then that's when you get all in your feelings. And then only thing people gonna tell you is this: they gonna dish out what you can't take, and they gonna finish what you started, and plus they gonna let you know.
If y'all don't like it, well then fuck you too.
That's right. So, like I say, like the old saying say, karma's a B-I-B-I-T with spike heels and gasoline draws with the hole in the middle. Now that's pretty rough. But I'm just gonna say this right here. I used to tell people all the time, I used to tell people this all the time, especially when they cross, I said, karma's a B-I-B-I-T, revenge is sweet, and payback is a motherfucker. And I let them know that. I told somebody that one day, I don't know why you making those threats against me. I told her I don't make threats, I deliver. And I'm just gonna say this right here. There's a lot of people that I know might not be, that I know that I'm not surprised who will be watching this, watching the Carlos Stargell show. But the ones who I ain't expecting and the ones who I know, and the certain ones who I know who I ain't gonna say I can't stand them, but I'm gonna let them know. I'm just gonna say this right here. I ain't gonna, the ones who watching certain people, I'm just gonna say this. I ain't gonna let you or nobody else worry me. I'm happy. I'm living the life I'm living the life I live and living the life I love. And I'm doing it. And I'm doing it pretty well. I'm doing it and I'm very, very happy. And like I said, a lot of stuff I don't even worry about no more because like I say, I'm happier than I ever been in my life, and there's nothing wrong with that. At least I'm not miserable. I can tell you that. And like I say, and thank the Lord that I had my 5-year grace period for myself. That way, that way I won't have too much. That way I have time to heal. So that's good too. So like I say, now I'm happy. All that stuff that I went through, I ain't worried about it no more. Because guess what? And guess what? I'm just not only I'm happy, but and it's a lot, and they can kiss what the sun rays miss. They can go jump in the lake, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And
If y'all don't like it, well then fuck you too.
because I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say in a way, but like I say, one thing about me, I don't care how mad I get at a person, but I'm not gonna scandalize their name or ruin their life or what, or say something to ruin their life or whatever. They guess what? They doing a good job. They self doing that. I mean, I don't. And look, and I don't have to say nothing. People can look at you. People can look at you and tell what kind of person you really are. So I don't have too much to worry about. So I don't too much say nothing because I know karma's a bitch, revenge is sweet, and payback is a motherfucker, and that's on the real. So, like I say, as far as holding grudges, I don't hold grudges. Yeah, I got trust issues, but that don't mean I have grudges. That let's get one thing straight about the definition of the word grudge. Now, when grudge, when you're holding a grudge, that means you plotting, and you ain't gonna be satisfied till you really get that, until you really get your revenge or whatnot. So, no, I'm not holding a grudge. Like I say, I don't have to plot to get back at you. I could just say what I got to say and make you feel like I snatched the soul out your ass and I'm done. Other than that, I'm done. I don't even think about you no more after that. But I will say this. But the certain person who came at me years ago, now didn't come at me, but told a friend of mine that they didn't have a grudge against me. I had to let my friend know, to let that person know. It's not about grudges. It's about trust issues. And it's about having a sense that God give you to know not after you've been burnt like that once, you'll never want to fuck with them again. So that's on the real for real. I mean, yes, you have to forgive in spite of and not because of, and you got to forgive them for yourself. They say they don't know no better
That's bullshit.
because they know they know exactly what the hell they doing. I don't. I mean, I know us people of color have souls, and we very forgiving, and we got, and put it like this, we just carry ourselves accordingly. Now the ones who don't have no soul or no heart, we already know where they going in life. And guess what? To be honest with you, personally,
I really don't give a damn.
because everybody's got to be held accountable. Everybody's got to answer to one. Everybody got to answer to the Lord. So just to say this right here, who are we to judge? we don't live in glass houses, so we need to stop throwing stones, and that's on the real for real. Because you got these people, I mean, but there's a lot of people you try to tell that to, and they know it's the truth. But at the same time, like I said earlier in my first session, they're in denial. They're in denial. Because if you're in denial,
They'll let everybody know that you faker than an $8 bill.
and that don't even exist, y'all. And like I say, and a lot of people I've called out, yes, they were faking an $8 bill, and then they get all in their feelings after I call them out because I'm letting, and then they try to make me like the bad guy. But y'all know what?
If y'all don't like it, well then fuck you too.
Basically, that's what I tell them. I let them know F them and F the hole they had no business crawling out of. But at the same time, too, now I'm, growing, I had to learn how to be a man of peace, which I am, which I always have been a man of peace. But it's a lot of people done took a brother like me out of my character plenty of times. Well, I hate to say it, but a lot of times I had to come out of it to let people know that I was nobody and nothing and nobody that you wanted to underestimate or mess with. But I didn't have to get all violent and physical to do all that. I mean, when they say words hurt, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. But the way I say, put things out there sometimes, I make people, I know I don't make a whole lot of people felt like that they got the soul snatched out of them. Well, some people who thought that, a lot of them had it coming. But sometimes I don't like to do that, and I don't like to do that intentionally to others, and I don't intentionally like to hurt nobody. But the only way I'm gonna hurt somebody like that, if they try to come at me, if they try to come at me first and don't come correct, because I was a friend of mine years ago who I went to high school with and who I met in detention. He told me he never known me to be disrespectful or just go off for no reason on anybody. He said, but after I explained what happened, he told me, but the way that situation sounded, he said somebody had to rub me the wrong way, and which is true. He said, if you go off, somebody must have really rubbed you the wrong way because I know you wouldn't just do that unless you had a reason. And guess what? A lot of people who said that was absolutely right because even when I had to even when I had to put a deacon in check before, I mean, basically, I had to let him know he might have been a deacon in a whole lot of people's lives. But I said, but not in mine. I said, because I told him if he was so much of him, I told him what he got that title and he run around flaunting it like a fanatic and using it to abuse the use of his power. I said, you don't do that. And I said, that's just a title. And after it's all said and done, it don't mean shit. And I told him too, if you were so much of a man of God, you'll learn how to stay in your lane, mind your business, and stay out of other people's affairs. And I told him he better check himself before he ended up by himself. But let him tell it. He went back and told people I cursed him out like I was some kind of psychomaniac. But when they found out the reason why I did that, they told him he got exactly what he deserved. He need to learn how to mind it. He need to stay in his lane and mind his business. Well, guess what? Now he left. Now he's gone. I'm not gonna say he's going to glory. I'm not gonna say he's going to hell. I'm just gonna say he's gone. But I'm gonna say this: if you call yourself, if you call yourself a man of God, a woman of God, and you get a title and you use it to your advantage, that's not good. That automatically let people know right there that's a bad impression, and they'll look at you all sideways. But me personally, not only I look at them, sideways, but guess what? I will proudly walk up to them directly, face to face, and let them know I've been highly recognized just to tell you directly that you ain't shit. And yes, I will say that. Don't think I won't, and don't doubt me, because I'm the one. I don't have no problem saying what's on my mind, but I don't try to hurt people either. But at the same time, you step on my toes, I'm gonna step on yours right back, and I hope they crunch after I do them, and I don't have to get physical to do that. But anyway, my time is up. I want to thank all the viewers who took the time to check out, view, and watch the Carlos Stargell show. Now, if you didn't catch it live, I pray to God that y'all catch the replay. Oh, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, and if you find it in your heart and in the depths of your soul, please hit that like and subscription bell.
And I really would appreciate it.
And I want to thank, and like I said, I just want to thank everybody who took the time to view, check out, and watch the Carlos Stargell show.
Chain on.
But FYI, PSA, and FR, if God's willing, I will be back at 5 o'clock with Zoom live streaming on YouTube with my recurring regular guest. Y'all should already know who it is.
Keisha Myers.
That's who it's gonna be. But look here, y'all. Until 5 o'clock, y'all, God bless you. Y'all be good. I love you. Y'all take care of yourselves and each other.
And please behave yourselves.
And thank y'all for taking the time to check out and watch the Carlos Stargell show with your host,
Me,
Carlos Stargell.
the last.
Until 5 o'clock, peace. 2 fingers. Out of here like last year. Later when you're straighter, y'all.